In China, how do two women sharing an apartment handle lunch over 5 workdays? And how much does it actually cost? How do Chinese families normally eat at home? We usually eat lunch at home on workdays. It saves us time. And more importantly, it saves us money. My lunch break is only about 1 hour. So over the next 5 days, besides showing you what we eat, I also want to show you how time, cost, work, and daily habits can shape an ordinary workday lunch. Hi, I'm Momo. I work at an office where Ping works from home. So when lunchtime comes, our schedules are a little different. 猪猪又在犯罪了。When I get home, she is usually still working. And for me, a 1 hour lunch break doesn't really mean I have a full hour to sit down and eat. Today, we are having snow peas with pork. Lunch for both of us costs 8.3 yuan, or about $1.23. On workdays, we usually choose to eat lunch at home. Compared with going out to find somewhere to eat, it saves us time and makes it easier to keep the cost down. Today is a little different. I still haven't finished editing my video, so even though it's my lunch break, I'm eating in front of my computer where I keep editing. Ping is eating at the dining table, and Piggy happens to be having her lunch too. Sometimes this is what an adult lunch break looks like. The break has started. You are home, but the work hasn't necessarily stopped. After eating, I wash the dishes. That's just part of the way we naturally divide things at home. Then lunch is over, and I head back to work. Ping goes back to her computer too. From getting home, to eating, to starting work again. 1 hour goes by very quickly. The weather is much nicer today, and on my way home, I pick up some ice cream. I come back.
我的懵了。
这个是什么雷霆睡姿？猪猪 ，Piggy， Piggy， Piggy， 啊，它要吃了，没有没有。Today we are having chicken curry. This lunch costs 18.3 yuan, or about $2.72. When people talk about cooking at home, the first thing they usually notice is how much the ingredients cost. But a home-cooked meal needs more than ingredients. Someone has to prepare everything. Someone has to cook. And someone has to clean up afterward. In our home, Ping does most of the cooking. She's definitely a much better cook than I am. And I usually take care of the dishes afterward. We never really sat down and decided on this agreement. It just happened naturally after living together for a long time. Halfway through washing the dishes today, we ran out of dish soap. Today's lunch cost 9.4 yuan, or about $1.40. If you have been paying attention to our table over the past 2 days, you may have noticed that we usually divide our food into 2 separate portions. But today we don't. The dishes are placed in the middle of the table, and we share them. And actually, this is much closer to how many Chinese families eat at home. Usually, everyone has their own bowl of rice, but the dishes on the table are shared. Everyone uses their chopsticks to take whatever they want and put it into their own bowl. So, in many Chinese homes, a family meal is more about sharing a table full of dishes than having one complete plate of food for each person. If there are more people, or if it's a family gathering, there will usually be more dishes on the table. But everyone still shares them. There's also something on the table today that some of you may know very well, where others may have never tried it before. Bitter melon with scrambled eggs. And yes, Bitter melon really is bitter, but in China, it's a very common home-cooked vegetable. In traditional Chinese food culture, bitter melon is often associated with reducing what we call the internal heat. That's why some people like to eat it more often when the weather is hot. But I'm curious, do people eat bitter melon where you live? Do you cook it with eggs too? Or do you prepare it in a completely different way? If you have it where you live, tell me what you call it. Even a very ordinary home-cooked lunch can tell you more than just what people eat. How the food is served and how people share it are also part of everyday family life.
我们那么吃太健康了。
猪猪刚刚被你吓一跳。
你要大胆一点，你要成熟一点，跟我一样成熟一点，知道吗？错。
哦，你买乌龙茶，小的还是大的 ？OK， 什么味道的？
还有这北皮乌龙。
哦，
看着很漂亮。
By Thursday, we are both starting to feel a little tired. Once most of the work week is behind you, lunch can become a much more practical decision. It's not always, what do I really want to eat today? Sometimes it's simply, what's convenient? How long will it take? And can I finish it quickly? Today, we are having Jiangxi-style mixed rice noodles. Lunch for both of us costs only 6.5 yuan, or about 97 cents. There really isn't one standard answer for what working people in China eat for lunch. Some people eat at a company cafeteria. Some order food delivery. Some go to restaurants near their workplace. And if time and distance allow, some people go home. For us, eating lunch at home on workdays has simply become our normal routine. It saves money, and it also saves us the time of finding a restaurant, ordering food, and waiting for it. And eating at home doesn't mean we need to cook several dishes every day. Sometimes we have 2 dishes, sometimes just one, and sometimes, like today, a bowl of rice noodles is enough.
而且这个粉的程度刚刚好。
看好上次也买了酸菜。
Today is Friday. Compared with the past few days, lunchtime feels a little more relaxed. So we are changing our usual routine. Ping cooked lunch for most of the week. Today is my turn. I'm not making anything complicated, just a bowl of rice noodles in soup. And Ping is making milk tea next to me. Today's lunch cost 10.2 yuan, or about $1.52. And with that, we have finished all 5 lunches for the week. 5 work days, 5 lunches for 2 people. The total comes to 52.7 yuan, or about $7.84. That works out to about $3.92 per person for all 5 lunches. So what does a workday lunch in China actually look like? I don't think there's one single answer. People are simply trying to find what works best between their jobs and their daily lives. What about you? How do you usually handle lunch on a workday? And where you live, how much does an ordinary workday lunch for one person usually cost? Let me know in the comments. Lunch break is over, so it's time for me to head back to work. Pim made me some milk tea, and I couldn't even wait until I got back to the office. I took my first sip right there in the elevator.